So I tried to call one lonely farmer yesterday, and he was driving a truck, and he couldn't hear me on the phone, so I told him I'd talk to him later. But I kind of wanted to apologize to him. You know, you ever say something to somebody and you look back and think, that didn't seem right? He told me a while back what I ought to do to get this truck going. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to fix no old Ford. I want to put a Chevy motor in it and make it into a hot rod and blah, 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 blah. Me shooting my mouth off, you know. Sometimes I say something and I look back and I thought, that just sounded rude. I shouldn't have said it that way. But anyway, I think what he said to do is I need to change the fuel pumps and change that little box in between the fuel pumps and do all this stuff. And on this truck, well, probably on all of the trucks nowadays, they put the fuel pump in the gas tank. The gas tank is under the truck bed, and you can either drop the gas tanks or pick up the truck bed. On this one, I've also got a bad U-joint, and I need exhaust pipes on it, and the bed is dirty. Not the bed. The bed is actually very clean, although the paint's faded, but it's got a nice bed. It had one of them big plastic things inside it, and I pulled it out, and this truck bed is in good shape. It's got a big coat of this spray-on rubber stuff that they put in the bed. So anyway, I decided I was going to take the bed off, and I've stretched a air hose out here, and I got my big air wrench, and I got my thing, and I oiled everything up. And when Bud died, a couple things I got from him was these gigantic steel pieces. That thing right there is heavy. So what I did was I took this piece of steel. See, that's the head of the bolt, and that's a bolt with a square hole and a square bit on that bolt. And if that bolt won't turn, you can unscrew it. Well, 3 of them unscrewed, and one up there didn't. But what I did is I took this piece and I put it right there. I took this piece, which weighs about 47 pounds, put it on top of that to hold that bolt down there, and zip, 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 3 of them came out. But I had one over here that didn't. So I tried putting vice grips on it, and that wouldn't work. So I decided nothing else I can do but cut the bolt head off, which is what I did right there. But keep in mind that the gas tank is right underneath that. And the gas tank has a hole in the top, and the fuel pump bolts down in there. So if there's any leakage and you're cutting and you got sparks flying, the chance of you getting in a big fire, which is going to ruin your day, and as well as your truck and maybe your camper and maybe your life, is high. So what I did was I run a water hose out here, and I got the water running down between the cab of the truck and the bed, so that it would splash all over the top of the fuel pump. And then I got one of my big fire extinguishers. I ought to tell you the story about that fire extinguisher, but I will in a little bit. But let me finish my first story first. So I took that grinder and I took the shield off of it, and I tried to cut that without making a hole in the bed, and I think I might have done it. But so the bed is loose now. If I do this, I can move that bed. So the bed is loose now. I think there might be some other things, like I've disconnected this gas line, but I think that I might have to go in there and disconnect something on that tank. I'm not sure if I can just lift this up or not. And plus, I've got to figure out how to lift it up. And I was thinking, somebody was talking about putting a strap across here and picking it up with like a cherry picker, and I've got my tractor. I might be able to pick it up with my tractor, but I don't want it to bang into my tractor and put dents in it. This is actually a nice short bed, pickup bed. And Honey Baby's decided she wants a pop-up camper, and I was telling her, I said, well, I could sell that pickup bed and then build me a flatbed on the back of it. That'd look kind of cool. I always liked the flatbed pickup truck. But anyway, I'm telling you all that to tell you that I got the bed loose. I don't want to go back under it because obviously there's water all up under there from where that water hose was running. So I'm going to call it a day, except that I need to get my air wrench, and there's my hat. I can't leave it under the truck, and my tools and these big metal thingies and this big fire extinguisher. So I was going to tell you the fire extinguisher story. There was a guy that came out to buy some of that stuff I had for sale, some of Bud's stuff. And he worked for a fire extinguisher company. And I had the one that I had used up in the garage when I set my torches on fire. And I asked him, could I get it filled? He said, well, let me take it home with me and I'll see if what it takes to get it filled for you. Well, he called me a while later and he said, I got a fire extinguisher for you. Well, I went over and he had 2 of them, brand new ones, big ones, in boxes. And I looked, he gave them to me. Here, you take these. And I looked them up, and them fire extinguishers he gave me cost more than $300 a piece. And I was just kind of amazed at that. But he's an awful nice guy. He had chickens. And he gave me some eggs, and he's got a boy, and he wants his boy to go to a car show, and I told him I'd be happy to take him sometime. But yeah, so I got some nice. That ain't one he gave me there. That's one that Bud had. But yeah, anyway, I'm talking a lot and not saying too much. But the bed is loose and it's ready to come off the truck. Now I've got to figure out how I'm going to get it off the truck and onto that trailer that I showed you, the one that's in the woods up there. It's got a flat 4x6 bed on it, and I believe I could set that right on that bed. But the trick is just going to be picking it up without putting a dent in it, because if I backed the tractor up here and I picked it up and it swerved over and banged into the tractor, that wouldn't be good for it. So, but now that once I get this off, see, I've got a fuel pump here, I've got a fuel pump there, and I've got a canister that both of these fuel lines run to. I bought some stuff here. I bought a 140 psi fuel pressure testing gauge kit compatible with Ford. See that cutworm? I'm buying Ford stuff. And then I got this box here, which is that little canister thing. I could crawl under the cab and show it to you, but I'd have to lay down in the dirt. So, and I've got a collection of parts of things that I've already replaced on there. But we're having a big time here. I mean, you know, today was the right day to do this. It wasn't too hot and it wasn't too cold. And, you know, sometimes I do something like I'll crawl under it and I'll say, well, I'm going to go over and squirt a little oil on them bolts and let it be soaking, you know, and then I'll do that. And then I think, okay, now I'll go see if I can find a socket that'll fit it. And then okay, now I'm going to find me a way to hold them bolts. You know, it's just like a process. I just try to do one thing at a time, and by the end of the day I've actually accomplished something. So I stretched an air line all the way out from my air compressor, which is in the back of the garage, and this is another thing that Bud had. He had this little roller thing with an air line on it, and it works best if it's attached to a side of a building or something, but I just drug it out here and stretched it out with the hose I already had, and I had enough hose to get all the way out to the truck. And then I did the same. I had my drop cord run out here from over. I got electricity out to the camper there, and oh, the joy! I'm just having a big day. So I got a bucket full of the nuts and bolts that came out of the bed, at least the ones that I've retained, gas caps and stuff. So I'm going to gather all these tools up and put them away, and then I'll probably go in and kick back and make a video or two. I plan on coming back down here tomorrow and engineering the take the bed off and get it on the trailer plan. That's my plan. That's my plan. That's my plan. Oh, the joy. By the way, thanks for hanging out with me. I know you didn't have to. You could be over there watching One Lonely Farmer's videos, or Musty One, or Waylon Wire, or somebody like that, but you just decided to spend time with me. So I just want to let y'all know I appreciate you. I don't know. I don't think I deserve y'all, because y'all are better friends than I am. I'm not always the best friend. Sometimes I have evil thoughts. I don't, maybe not always evil, but you know, I'm just saying I don't deserve y'all, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you extra because I don't deserve you. There's a verse in the Bible. It says something like, he who has, and I may not be quoting this right, but I think it says, he who is forgiven much loves much. And I think that's in reference to, like, if you're a person who's a sinner, which we all are according to Jesus, then you love Jesus more when he forgives you for all your sins, because you know how bad you was, than somebody who didn't have any sins that didn't need to be forgiven. So that's how I feel about y'all. All right, I'm gonna stop talking now, and I'll talk to you more tomorrow. Okay? Okay, bye. Click.